You're listening to the Betoota Advocate's weekly news wrap on Desert Rock FM 96.5.
Welcome back to the weekly Betoota Advocate Bulletin. You've got in the booth today myself, Clancy Overall, and Effie Bateman is joining me today. The others, Wendell Hussey and Errol Parker, are out east at the Bundaberg show. They're doing a bit of reporting on the grounds there. If you're in Bundy, you've probably seen them around town. They're having a bit of fun, I believe.
With some reptiles.
Yes, playing with snakes and looking at the prize-winning bantams. And, of course, a sleep apnea stand. A range of different activities on, rides, the lot, and plenty of rum. What have we got up first, Effie?
Well, kicking off our weekly news, and an Indian joint watching drunk blokes stumble up the street starts dishing up a butter chicken and garlic naan.
Yes, having served Betoota's intoxicated community for over 8 years, Tandoori Palace store owner Sanjeev Kapoor knows his target market and can predict what his customers will order before they even step foot inside his business. Last night was no different as Sanjeev watched a half-cut suit labour up the street from the Cobbler's Boot, a CBD watering hole that attracts crowds of corporates on Friday night. Spotting the white suburban man stumble up the road towards his bright signage like a half-brained zombie that spotted a fresh kill, Sanjeev went into autopilot and started to whip up a feed for a man he knew would be keen for some curry and some carbs. Dishing up a layer of basmati rice into a plastic container, Sanjeev barely needed to take his eye off the in-store TV as he slopped over 2 ladles of his famous butter chicken onto the rice and patted it down with the spoon handle.
What's your go-to drunk? I see you as like a HSP man.
No, I don't mind a curry.
Curry?
What about you?
I have no patience. I go for the chicken skewers or slice of pizza because I'm not waiting. I want something now to go.
Fair
The
enough.
$6 chicken skewers. And up next, a bloke at self-checkout committing type of crime that got ancestors sent to Australia.
Yes, Betoota Heights man Andrew Houston has turned to a life of mild crime in order to get by, it's been reported. By becoming one of the many supermarket shoppers who attempted to make Coles and Woolies pay for replacing checkout staff with robots by stealing a few unexpected items in the bagging area.
While it may seem harmless to everyone who is not a supermarket shareholder, Houston is playing with fire and history as he commits the sort of crime that got his ancestors sent to Australia in the first place.
Just like his ancestors who saw Botany Bay appear on the horizon for stealing some potatoes and a loaf of bread, Houston could be forced to shop at another supermarket if he gets caught scanning steak as brown onions ever again.
And up next, Melbourne residents says 3.8 magnitude earthquake, not really as bad as the extra long lockdown they had to endure to protect the rest of the country, even though no one has ever said thank you or whatever.
Yes, more than a year since the limelight faded on the Melbourne residents after they were finally released from their state-sanctioned quarantine, the city is thrilled to be at the centre of attention again.
Yes, the 3.8 magnitude quake struck 3 kilometres deep in the northwestern suburb of Sunbury around 11:40 p.m. Tuesday, according to the geoscience experts tracking the Richter measurements in southern Victoria.
However, despite the fact that Melbourne's inner city have managed to centre themselves in this news story, residents are making a point of telling everyone that the earthquake isn't that bad. Speaking to the Betoota Advocate today, Carlton North resident Nova Cabaret, 34, says this isn't nearly as bad as the lockdown. People outside of Melbourne don't understand. We did like 300 days or something, the longest lockdown in the world, she continued. It wasn't fun, but we did it so the virus wouldn't spread. I think the nation kind of owes us a bit. Anyway, an earthquake wasn't that bad.
Good on you, Nova. We don't care. And lastly, chiropractor says that soreness will take at least 12 sessions and cost $12,500 to understand.
Yes, Lake Betoota-based chiropractor Dr. Brent Tadlam, who owns and runs Rawness Energy Chiro downtown, has offered his patient a treatment plan to fix a sore ankle for just $12,500, which involves cracking his back for some reason.
Spouting random words such as LOXC1 and subluxation of the spine as he snorted a bag of white mystery powder, Tradlin was heard gleefully saying how much he loves being a fucking doctor, bro, before offering the patient a 2-for-1 deal if his infant needs his back cracked too.
Dr. Tradlin then bragged about how no session took longer than 5 minutes and that he prided himself on holding the record for the most patients billed per hour in his entire region. That's why my clinic's open plan, bro. I can race around to more patients quicker. 7 sessions every 5 minutes. Yeah, boy. Anyway, that's all from us this week. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy your weekend.
See you later.